Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to show you my indoor display for my room with the Mr. Christmas. Now this will be for this year, this will be new for 2021, and this will also kick off the series for 2021's ideas, Christmas ideas, until I go set up the Christmas lights in November. Every year I set up Christmas lights the weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, for previous years, the Mr. Christmas was used with the trees outside. I can't do that anymore because water gets inside this port here and this link port, or this demo port right here. So water gets inside here and here, trips the GFI, and causes the Mr. Christmas no longer to work when I plug it in. So I already have the lights hooked up. I already have everything in place. So we're going to set that up today. And the orchestra lights will stay inside for Halloween because I do not want anyone knocking on our doors. Like I would set up for outside, but because we live in a neighborhood, we get people to knock on the doors, you know, on the 31st of Halloween. We don't want that. So in this case, I set up the orchestra lights for Halloween in my room. So there are the candy canes, and there are the projectors. So let's go over what's inside that box. So move the Mr. Christmas out of the way. Not everything inside this box gets used in this room. Matter of fact, most of it gets, some of it gets used in the living room. And I have some new ideas this year as well. I'll go over what's inside this box. These were used right outside our kitchen. We have like a little island. There are 4 sets of these. I'm not doing that this year because one of them broke and they look really, really cheap. These get used on the plant shelf, the old Gemmy lights. Yes, they are it's a Gemmy product right there. These get used on the plant shelf. They're still going to be used on the plant shelf. They don't run in sync anymore, but they still work, so that's what I'm going to use it for. As all they can plug in, they're fine. These were used outside last year, if you remember. These were used outside last year. But, not squirrels, but another strand broke. It won't stay in sync. The whole string flashes one color. So now this will be used inside. And we're going to do new orchestra lights. If they even have them. The orchestra lights C9s we're going to do for that. And everything else in here gets used. So this is a brand new set of white lights we got last year. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights. Now the Mr. Christmas has 6 ports, so I have 2 green sets right here. I'll show you what that's used in a minute. And then we have this old white set that I can use only indoors now, and it's all wired up together, so it's basically acting as a steady 150 lights. It used to be colored, the motion ones were, you know, 3 incandescents will flash differently, and it had a controller and everything. But we're not going to be using these this year. One of the strands broke. I don't know, it snapped on one of them, and they're just really, really cheap. Maybe I'll use 1 or 2 strands, but not much more than that. So let's get the box out of the way, and I'm going to show you what this all is used for. Alright, so the way this is going to happen is we'll take my phone off tripod. This will be used to record any Christmas light shows this year. This tripod, because last year it worked really well. It worked for that very last minute Mr. Christmas light show that I did, and it's worked well for any of those light shows. The only one I did not do it on was the Gemmy, and the Gemmy one did not come out as good. The Gemmy light show, it did not come out as good. So right here will be channel 1. This entire door frame, this entire wall, including that sign, will be on channel 2. So everything over here, this side of the bed will be channel 3. This side of the bed will be channel 4. That one will be channel 5, and that door frame will be channel 6. The Mr. Christmas itself will sit here, or will be mounted on the wall. I think I'm gonna mount it to the wall, depending if I can find screws that will fit that, but if not, then I can just put it right here and will make no difference. I can't put it there because it's too wide. I mean, I could turn it that way, but then it's still like this box gets in the way right here, this piece. So I think I'm gonna start getting the lights up, and then I'm gonna show you the aftermath of it. And like I said, that green set goes here. Everything else is just nice and white. Oh, and down here, I made extension cords. Before I put this bed back together, I decided to run a couple extension cords. I ran 4. One of them is hooked up to the Gemmy right now, but I'm gonna unhook that, and I'm gonna run a separate extension cord for that right now. Here are 2 extension cords. I think those run to the windows. The brown one run over there, and these stay up year round. I'm gonna make it towards these can just stay up year round. You can see the extension cords running all the way over there. These sets were strange. I cut because the lights went bad, and I just decided not to deal with them. And this extension cord goes to that door. And then the lights just run straight out of the Mr. Christmas for the wall. So I'm gonna get this up right now, and we'll see what it looks like. I'm gonna give a couple of short clips as I'm going through it. So far I got channel 2 almost hooked up. Now, this was the spotlight that was in that corner. Each year what I do is I take the spotlight and throw it in to this basket. Reason why is because I always do this bed here, this wall here, and the other wall over there. I don't need the spotlight. Every year I do it. So I take this down and I throw it inside that basket. I hook the brackets back up to it, and then after that, because the reason why I do that is, 1, I don't need it, and number 2, I need this extension cord. This extension cord goes with the roof lights or the icicle lights or whatever you want to call it. Whatever I decided to do this year, that goes up to the roof. Because it's white, it blends in with the wall. So this can get thrown into the basket. And I'm gonna finish installing this, do the door frames, and then I'll show you how I do the beds. Each side of the bed. This is channel 3, channel 4. Right now I have channel 2 hooked up. I'm gonna go get the window and the door frames up right now. So see when I come back with that. Okay, so far I did the door frames here. Did not do that door frame over there. The window and the door have been done, yes. Try to look for the extension cords. Oh, there's one. And then I gotta look over there for the other extension cord. This one runs underneath the bed and it plugs in over there. And this one runs somewhere over here. I have no idea where it plugs in. I have to go look at that. This one here plugs into this side of the bed frame. Or no, maybe plug into that side. And then the other one plugs into this side. Because I have the wires run across the bed. and then 3 wraps around here, 3 wraps around here, and then it just circles. It goes along here. I'll take the candy canes out and then put it back. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna get the rest of it up. Alright, so everything is all set up. I just have to wire up everything. I just turn on a light so I can see. Now, this is just hooked into constant power right now, but it's gonna hook into the Mr. Christmas. That is actually that side of the bed, so it runs off the bottom, and then you can see on this side, it does the same thing. And there's an extension cord all the way down there. The window gets plugged in here, and that door frame, as well as that one plugs into the that extension cord down there, the white one. So let's start looking for wires. Oh, there's one. This one I will assume will actually plug into the door frame. Yeah, that one plugs into the door frame. And then this one plugs in somewhere underneath the thing. Put that there. Alright, so there it is. It's right there. So that's what we'll plug it into. And we'll get those 2 wired up. And then all the extension cord plugged in, and you'll see the aftermath in the next clip. Okay, everything's set up. Everything's plugged in. There we go. I just have to secure all these wires, make them look a little bit neater. This extension cord still has to be taken out, but I could do that at a different time. But it's time to plug it in and see what everything looks like. So what we're gonna do is unplug this light here. Take my Mr. Christmas wire. Plug that in there. Here's the projector. Go ahead and turn that off. There we go. Just try to turn everything off. Make sure that the Mr. Christmas is off. Turn it on. And then turn on the Mr. Christmas. Wow. Look at that. Here's everything on. And then we're going to put it into light show mode. There we go. It's all very nicely set up. So it works really well. and I have it plugged into this timer to where I can control it with my phone. So like I said, zone or channel 1, channel 2, this entire wall, channel 3, channel 4, channel 5, and channel 6. So now the Mr. Christmas in here, and for Halloween, I will have the Jemmy in here. Right now I have it playing Christmas songs. Alright, so that'll be it for this video. More Christmas lights, well, more Christmas light videos will be out. And have a great day.